Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami dari kelompok 5 ingin melaksanakan simulasi virtual tour. Perkenalkan, nama saya Fadia Kartika Irawan sebagai wisatawan.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Gina Amandani.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Shafira Salsabila.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Alvito Sauqi.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Pramedia Trias.
Let's go!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Semarang. On behalf of Parisian Tour and Travel, I thank you for choosing our service. First of all, let me introduce myself and our crew. My name is Gina Amandani, but you can call me Gina. I'm your tour guide on this tour, and Mr. Irshad as our professional driver, and also Mr. Rizky as our co-driver. How's your trip in the train?
Well, it was so tired because we were on the train for about 5 hours to reach this city.
Wow, it must be tired after your long journey. I really appreciate your effort. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our itinerary today is after you arrive at Semarang Tawang train station, we will proceed to Kudus City and go to Gripta Hotel and check in. So you can rest after your long journey, unpack your luggage, and enjoy your free time at hotel and its surrounding. And we will have lunch at local restaurant. It will take 1 hour to get to Gripta Hotel. I hope you will enjoy this tour, and please let me know if there is any questions you want to ask. So are you ready, guys?
Yes, we are ready.
All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Kudus City, which called Kota Kretek or Kota Santri, is a district in the province of Central Java. Kota Semarang is located on the northeast coast of Central Java between Semarang City and Surabaya City. The city is 51 kilometers from Semarang City. The city is the center of the development of Islam in the Middle Ages. Most of the area of Kudus Regency is lowland. In some parts of the north, there are mountains, namely Mount Muria with Sabtorenjo Peak, Rahawatu Peak, and Argo Jembangan Peak. The largest river in is the Serang River, which flows in the west, borders Kudus Regency with Demak Regency. Kudus is divided by the Gelis River in the middle, so that there are the terms West Kudus and East Kudus. There are several types of transportation modes in Kudus, including train, bus, and also public transportations. Kudus City has so many regional nicknames. It's called Kota Semarang, Jerusalem, and etc. Jerusalem van Java, and etc.
Excuse me, Miss Gina, may I ask you?
Sure.
Why is Kudus called Jerusalem van Java?
Good question. So Kudus has a mosque that called Menara Kudus Mosque that contains stones from Jerusalem, which is brought by Sunan Kudus. Therefore, the mosque were named Al-Aqsa. Al-Aqsa Mosque, like in the Jerusalem. Is it answer your question?
Oh, wow, that's a good story. Thank you for answering my questions.
All right, and now I will explain about the hotel that we will stay while in Kudus. It's Gripta Hotel. Gripta Hotel is a 3-star hotel with 160 rooms and located at the gateway of Kudus City. The hotel have a lot of facilities such as flamingo restaurant, Rohime Cafe, Majestic Palace Ballroom, and 6 different meeting rooms, swimming pool, fitness center, large parking lot, free Wi-Fi access, and many more. You will have free time in the hotel for today, so you can explore the surrounding of the hotel. I will recommend you some places that you may visit. There is Jati Indah Park. It's just about a minute for walk, and there is Tanggulangin Kudus City. It takes 10 minutes for walk. And the last, if you want to hanging out, you can go to Hockey Cafe and Resto. So you can hanging out with your friends. Is there any questions?
Excuse me, Miss, can you recommend more about the attraction in Kudus City, not only those located near the hotel?
Sure, there are so many tourist objects in Kudus. Start from the natural tourism. There are Montel Waterfall, Gua Waterfall, Great Canyon, etc. For the historical tourism, there are kretek Museum, Sunan Kudus Museum, Kudus Tower Mosque, Bubrah Mosque, and etc. Family tourism, there are Peak View Waterboom, Mulia Water Park, Alun-Alun Lama, Kota Kudus, etc. You also can culinary and shopping at Kudus City Walk. Is it enough?
Sure, that's fantastic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, we will arrive at Gripta Hotel. Transfer in going to be ended. The tomorrow itinerary is we will go to city sightseeing in Kudus. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me anytime. Don't forget to check your personal belongings before leaving the bus and stay careful. Thank you for choosing our service. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you and see you. Bye.
Mulai langsung ya. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How did you sleep last night? I wish you all sleep very well.
Good morning. Yes, I'm kind of slept well last night.
How is your breakfast?
My breakfast is very good. I really like nasi goreng.
Really, I'm very glad to hear it. On behalf of Parisian Tour and Travel, welcome to Kudus Indonesia City Tour. We from Parisian Tour and Travel would like to say thank you for choosing our services. Before we leave, let me introduce myself and our crew. I'm Shafira Salsabila H, your guide today. You can call me Shasha for short. Beside me, there is our professional driver, Mr. Irsyad, and here Mr. Rizky as co-driver. Say hello to Mr. Irsyad and Mr. Rizky.
Hello, Mr. Irsyad and Mr. Rizky.
Our itinerary today is Tugu Identitas, Alun-Alun Kudus City, Tugu Adipura Kencana. I hope you enjoy this tour. Any question?
Can I take picture during this tour?
Yes, of course, you can take picture during this tour. I will give you time to take picture at each tourist object later.
Okay, thank you.
All right, if you have any other question and help, please let me know. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go, Mr. Irsyad. Langsung ya, 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on your left side, there is Tugu Identitas Kudus. This monument was built on May 25, 1986, and was inaugurated by the Governor of Central Java, Haji Ismail, on September 28, 1987. The overall form of the Tugu Identitas Kudus is a stylization of Menara Kudus, which has been declared as a building formed as a characteristic of the Kudus area, and has become the regional emblem of the Kudus Regency. The Tugu Identitas Kudus is a monument to the struggle of the Kudus people in seizing the independence of the Republic of Indonesia. The entire list in the Tugu building symbolizes the meaning of the struggle for independence of the Republic of Indonesia on August 17, 1945, and symbolizes the meaning of the philosophy and way of life of the Indonesia people, namely, lit at the top of the monument, 17 pieces, then at the bottom of the monument, 45 pieces, list at the top of the body under the monument, 5 pieces of list at the bottom of the lower body of the monument symbolize the geographical condition of Kudus Regency, which consists of 3 parts, namely mountainous areas, lowlands, and swamp areas. List in the middle of the monument, 8 pieces of round monument altar around the base of the monument symbolizing spirit and unity, the determination of the Kudus people in building the area.
Sorry, Miss, how high is this monument?
Good question. Height of the Tugu Identitas Kudus is 27 meters, which is a combination of numbers 2 and 7, totaling 9, symbolizing Wali Songo.
Wow, very interesting.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we enter the main road of this Kudus city, namely Jalan Raya Tuban, Semarang. On your right, you can see the Alun-Alun Kudus City. Alun-Alun Kudus City, Central Java is a bustling tourist spot with the tourists on weekdays and holidays. This place is very beautiful and can give a different sensation to our daily activities. This tourist spot is in the middle of the Kudus City and is the pride of the Kudus cities. For those of you who want to see the atmosphere of Kudus City at night and also want to see the beauty of the Kudus City under the light of the night lights, this place is the most suitable. In Indonesia, it is often found that there are mosques that are not too far from the square. I will tell you why the square is always close to the mosque. In the past, this was a clever strategy from the saints to spread Islam.
Yes, I want to know why the square is always close to the mosque.
Ancient times, Islam was still a religion that was not widely known in the archipelago. The Guardians also took the initiative to build a mosque near the center of population diversity or the square. This goal is used so that the existence of mosques and Islam is more easily recognized by the public. This strategy is very successful. People at the time still did not know too much about the mosque. Therefore, the Wali Songo also conveyed his da'wah using culture so that the Javanese at that time were also interested in entering the mosque. One of the cultures introduced by the Guardians is gamelan. The gamelan content is the mosque was then played for the Javanese at that time, so that people were interested in entering the mosque. Because according to them, the Javanese have always liked gamelan, which has a dakwah model, people finally flocked to the mosque.
Wow, it's a good story.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you time to take picture and go down to see the Kudus City Square for 15 minutes. If you are finished, please return to this bus.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity, Miss. It's done, Miss. Let's continue the journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the left side, you can see the Tugu Adipura Kencana. This Adipura Kencana monument is the highest Adipura award from agencies and Kora that qualify as sustainable cities. In 2017, Kudus was the only recipient of the Adipura Kencana award in Central Java. In 2016, he continued. Kudus also received the Adipura Kencana Award, which focused its assessment on cities that were able to encourage economic growth through trade, tourism, and investment based on environmental management. Before there was a change in category, Kudus Regency was recorded to have won the same award 5 times since 2009.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, in 5 minutes, we will arrive at Gripta Hotel. I hope you enjoy this tour. Don't forget to tell your family and friends how beautiful Kudus is. Tomorrow's itinerary is Langgar Bubrah, Taman Menara Kudus, and Kretek Museum. Don't forget your personal belongings before you leave the bus and step carefully. And for tomorrow, please gather in the lobby at 8 a.m. Don't be late. I, as representative of Parisian Tour and Travel, would like to thank all of you for choosing and trusting us for your trip and services. Have a good rest. See you on next trip. Bye.
All right, thank you
Thank
for your
you. Bye.
Bye and see you.
See you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Kretek Museum. First thing first, let me introduce myself. I am Alvito Sauqi as your guide here. Yes, hello. And today we will be specifically check out at the most interesting tourist object in this museum, and that is the Kudus Traditional House. Without any further ado, let's begin. The Kudus Traditional House is a heritage building in AD 28. According to history, before Sunan Kudus, there was a community leader from China named Ti Ling Sing, known as Kiai Teling, ability to sculpt with the Sun Ging style. The origin of the word Sun Ging later became the word Nyungging, which means sculpt and carve. The majority of the owners of the Kudus Traditional House are of noble descent. The classification of social status in the past was enforced, but nowadays the economic status group dominates the ownership of this building. The Kudus Traditional House is one of the traditional houses that reflects the acculturation of the culture of this Kudus community. The Kudus Traditional House has a joglo penchu shape, which is this kind of shape, as you can see in here, and with a building dominated by four-dimensional carvings typical of the Kudus City, which is a blend of carving styles from Hindu, Persian, Chinese, and European cultures.
Sorry, when was this traditional house built and made for what?
Okay, this house is estimated to have been built in the 1580 with the main raw material 95% of high quality teak, which is this kind of wood. It's called Tectona grandis, or in bahasa Indonesia we are known as kayu jati. Many of the Kudus traditional houses were established in the Kudus Kulon area, where the composition of the majority of the population is businessmen and traders who are economically more advanced than the population in the Kudus Wetan area. Well, at first, the Kudus traditional house was only owned by Chinese Muslim traders, but later on, many ingenious traders joined in establishing the traditional house after their business developed. Most of the Kudus traditional house were built before 8010 AD and have become symbol of luxury for their owners at that time. But however, over time, the number of Kudus houses is decreasing because after the owner died, many of his heirs then sold the house. Based on concern about the extension of this cultural heritage of high historical value, in 8028 AD, entrepreneurs in Kudus initiated the rebuilding of the Kudus traditional house in a place which is now better known as Kudus Kretek Museum Complex.
Okay, what is the uniqueness of this traditional house compared to the others around Indonesia?
Well, clearly because of the beauty of its architecture, which is dominated by high quality carving, as you can see in here. But beside that, also on the completeness of its constituent component, which have different philosophical meaning. First, the shape and motif of the carvings follows the pattern of Kala, which is an animal similar to a spider with so many legs, and also an elephant, jasmine flowers arrangement, dragon motifs, pineapples, phoenix motif, and the other, just like how I showed you earlier. And the second of all, the layout of the traditional house which has a jogo satru, or the living room, with its soko geder, or means in English we can say single pillar, as a symbol that the God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is one and single. This section serves as a reminder for the residents of the house to always have faith and fear of Him. And then the third one, we have the gedongan and santong, or this is the family room, which are supported by four pillars of supporting poles. The four pillars are symbols that give instruction for the occupants of the house to be able to support their daily life by controlling four human traits: anger, lawama, shofia, and mutmaina, to do good. And then for the last one, the pawan, or the kitchen at the very back of the house. And then the fifth one, pakiwon, which is the bathroom, as a symbol so that humans always clean themselves both physically and spiritually. And then six, the plants around the pakiwan include star fruit tree, which symbolize the five pillars of Islam. Fragrant pandan as a symbol of fragrant, which means halal. Good fortune is jasmine flower, which symbolize fragrance. And then the third one, good behavior and noble character and purity. And then the next one, we have the layout of the house facing south implies that the owner of the house does not seem to hold Mount Moriah, which is located in the north. So that does not complicate his daily life. In addition, the treatment procedures carried out by the president of Kudus Traditional House are also special characteristics that may not be found in other places. The type of this basic ingredient used to treat the Kudus Traditional Houses are ingredients obtained based on empirical experience that have been passed down from generation to generation, namely the APT, or its banana and tobacco tree midrip water, and then the ARC, it's a clove soaking water. By applying it repeatedly, this concoction is proven to be effective in preserving teakwood, like kayu jati, as the basic material for the Kudus Traditional House from termite attacks, and also makes the wood surface thinner and shinier. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our tour at Kudus Traditional House is over. I hope you do enjoy this tour and can be familiar with this traditional house. And don't forget, tell your friends, tell your relative how magnificent this traditional house. Thank you for visiting Museum Kretek. I will see you on your next visit.
Thank you for your explaining. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Alvito. Bye.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How was your sleep last night? I wish you all sleep very well.
Yeah, I sleep very well.
Wow, glad to hear that. And how was your breakfast?
The food was so yummy. I ate nasi goreng with iced lemon tea.
Really? We ate the same food. I agree with you. The food was so yummy. Oh yeah, have you put all of your baggage?
Oh, wait, looks like I left my bag in the room. I will be right back.
All right, we will wait here.
All right, everything is complete right now.
Oh, have you checked all of your belongings in your room?
Yes, I'm sure there is nothing left.
I wish there will not be any left behind. And I remind to you, if only you still have any personal expense, please come to receptionist and finalize it. Thank you. Well, please go on our bus, the blue one in the corner of this hotel, and we are prepared to leaving for Semarang Tawang Station. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board of Parisian Tour and Travel. I'm Pramedia, will assist you for this
Hello,
transfer
Mr.
out.
Matt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are leaving from Hotel Gripta. Now we are going to Semarang Tawang Station.
Hello.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are at Sunan Kudus Street. The name of this street is taken from the figure who spread Islam in Indonesia. Sunan Kudus is one of the propagators of Islam in Indonesia who is a member of Wali Songo. Was born around 1500. His full name is Said Fajar Sadiq Asmat Khan.
Sorry, Miss, I want to ask, what is Wali Songo?
In general, Wali Songo means nine wali who are close to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Wali Songo in Nusantara is known as the ninth most popular propagator of Islam.
Oh, I see. All right, thanks, ma'am.
It's my pleasure. Next, on your left side, there is Menara Kudus. Menara Kudus itself is a mosque with an architecture that is a relic of Jafar Sadiq, or we know him as Sunan Kudus. Built in 1949, the Menara Kudus Mosque can also be called the Al-Manar Mosque, while its official name is the Al-Aqsa Manarat Kudus Mosque. Any question?
No, Miss.
All right, next, the uniqueness of the Kudus Mosque Tower is the architectural, from which is a mixture of Hindu-Buddhist culture with Islamic culture, so that is one proof of tolerance that exists in Java, especially Kudus. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how was your tour yesterday? Any suggestion?
Yes, I thought it was a really nice trip while traveling. I had a lot of different experience than before. I find it very helpful with a very detailed and complete explanation from the tour guide, opinions and suggestions regarding this trip. The first is my opinions of this trip, which is very memorable and new experience of traveling. All destinations and trips are according to the predetermined schedule. The food is delicious and of course clean. However, I think the distance from one destination to other destination is too far. It takes a long time to travel due to traffic jams, but overall a memorable trip. No place was missed from schedule. Hopefully the next trip will be exciting and memorable trip for tourists. Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for the advice. We apologize for the shortcoming that occurred. Of course, this will be our evaluation material later.
All right, it's fine. Thank you.
In a few minutes, we will arrive at Semarang Tawang Station. Please get off the bus and keep walking to the entrance. Make sure there is nothing left on your personal belongings. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to the self-check-in machine or CTM provided at the departure station. Enter the train ticket booking code that you have into the column provided, then print your boarding pass. And then show boarding pass and identity card to office, then waiting for train arrival. Next, get on the train carriage and find your seat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this tour. Don't forget to tell your family and friends how beautiful Kudus is. On behalf of Parisian Tour and Travel, I would like to say our apology for your inconvenience. Have a nice trip. Thank you very much and goodbye.
All right, thank you so much for all the service and explanation. Goodbye and see you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Sekian dari kelompok 5, simulasi virtual tournya. Kurang lebihnya mohon maaf. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.